The Mâcon is in southern Burgundy, just north of Beaujolais, and an hour drive from Beaune in the Côte d'Or. The vineyards are planted on soft, rolling hills. The appellation is made up of 42 villages, Puy-Fissé being the most famous. Small wine villages like Clessay and Chardonnay, which legend has it gave its name to the grape, have cooperatives where growers bring their grapes to be made into wine. The largest and most innovative cooperative is in the village of Lugny. The Cave de Lugny, established in 1926, is made up of over 250 wine-growing estates, covering 1,500 hectares. While Meursault, Puligny, and Chassagne from the Côte de Beaune are fermented and aged in oak barrels, Cave de Lugny ferments and ages its wines in stainless steel tanks, capturing the essence of the Chardonnay grape. Director Edward Cassanet talks about how the flavor of Chardonnays worldwide often reflect the hand of the winemaker more than the grape's varietal character.
Chardonnay is toasty, oaky, heavy, sweet. Nobody used to speak about the fruit. Our philosophy, our identity is to produce natural, pure Chardonnay. Here it's the origin of the Chardonnay grapes, so we are going to propose the pure tasting Chardonnay.
Cave de Lugny produces 3 Chardonnays, Mâcon Village La Côte Blanche, and 2 single vineyard wines located within the village of Lugny, Mâcon Lugny Les Charmes and Mâcon Lugny La Carte.
We are on Les Charmes single vineyards here. It's a very specific place because it's a plate that's unusual in the Mâcon area. So we have 100 hectares with 25 growers who are producers on this place. So it's not just one grower, it's a group of growers. Our growers are independent in their job, but they follow specific recommendations through the Cave de Lugny.
Another feature of the Les Charmes vineyard is its old vines, averaging 45 to 50 years. Les Charmes ages for 12 months in stainless steel tanks, in contact with the dead yeast cells. This sur-lie aging is a traditional process that provides all the Cave de Lugny wines with a unique and difficult to describe textural component. At 107 hectares, it's the single biggest component of Cave de Lugny, and Burgundy's most well-known and best-selling estate bottled wine.
The difference between La Carte and Les Charmes, so we are in La Carte, and you can see that it's a hill first, big difference. On this hill, the exposition of this hill is west.
The west-facing slope exposes La Carte to the hot afternoon sun, compared to Les Charmes, which receives a more uniform sun exposure throughout the day, which makes La Carte slightly riper and fuller-bodied. Cave de Lugny began re-examining their work in the vineyard and the winery in an effort to elevate quality. They hired enologist Grégoire Pissot, and with the 2008 vintage, started to see quality increase.
We focus first on the maturity of the grapes. That is very, very important. And also we focus on the protection against the oxidation in vinification.
Edward explains that in a given vineyard, all the grapes do not ripen at the same time. So if you pick a vineyard all at once, you get some grapes that are ripe and some that are unripe. In order to harvest all the grapes at their optimal ripeness levels, they needed to take more time to harvest.
Before we take 1 week for one specific area, now we take 2-3 days more. So we observe a lot the evolution of the maturities.
And since the 2008 vintage, Edward sees a clear change in the style of all the Cave de Lugny wines.
Focus on pure fruits, on crisp and fresh wine, and to have this style for a long time, not just for a few months, to keep this style for 1-2 years. This blue shield, it's the origin of the village of the seigneur of Lugny during the Moyen Age.
700 years later, the Lugny family coat of arms endures, as does Cave de Lugny's clean, pure style of Chardonnay.